Hello, welcome back to another episode of BillyPlays. We're playing... Wait, that's what it is. What am I saying? This is Dream Daddy, and this is BillyPlays. I'm Billy. Hello, I have a face, like my friend Maz's face. Anyway, welcome back to Dream Daddy, where, from what I remembered, I went out on a date with Damien, if I remember correctly, and it was a really nice date, from what I remembered. And, like, we met up again and we did taxidermies. Reason why I don't remember a whole lot was because I already recorded an episode. And I went out on the date with Craig and Hugo. Unfortunately, when I was recording it, the video feed froze and I lost that footage. And by the time this episode comes out, I already probably let all of you know that I lost some of that footage. So, I rebooted it, and I wanted to keep, like, some of the surprise stuff for when I actually do Craig and Hugo. However, I want to focus on some of the other dates, and I don't know if you could tell already, but I'm kind of eyeing someone already. But anyway, I'm going to keep going on with this. To be honest, I wasn't really sure if I wanted to continue this, honestly. Because, well, I mean, you lose motivation sometimes when you play these games, and, you know, it happens. But I wanted to keep going. I want to see where this would go, because I don't know where the end game is, or what if, like... I mean, if I focus on one person like Damien, I'm sure something will happen. But I don't know. We'll get there when we get there. I'll figure it out once we do another date with someone. So anyway, we're gonna do something. Hey, dude, I got the runs. I know exactly this one is, and it's gonna be interesting. So, oh, I've got just the thing. I'll head to the store and grab you a real chunky milkshake, cherry licorice, and a book of word jumbles that I find helpful in strenuous times such as these. What? Wouldn't that make it worse? Oh, it's not for the diarrhea. Milkshakes are just comforting. Wait, are we talking about this? By I've got the runs, I meant that I feel like running. Wanna come to the gym with me? Why do I feel less excited about that than getting you home remedies for diarrhea? Come on, man, it'll be fun. You know what? Sure. When are we doing this? There's 30 minutes left in this meat hell marathon. I'm outside right now. I'm warming up. Okay. At least let me see if Betty gets away from the wolves in time to get her suppressido-wrapped cheesecake out of the oven. Well, time to go for a run, folks. And I know I got to press some buttons. Do what you love and the money will come. The gym just installed these new virtual jogging treadmills. We'll feel like we're running outdoors. It's not gonna make me like launch off like last time, right? That might just be me. You can see other runners on your screen too. Let's try it out together. Other runners? Will I be able to keep up? Don't worry, we're here to cheer each other on. I'll be right there with you. Just get a rhythm going. Keep your heart rate up, but don't overexert yourself. You'll do great. All right. I have no idea how to do this. Oh, you hold it. Right. Okay. Gotcha. My BPM is going up like crazy. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh my god. I gotta button mash the mouse. Okay, cool. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Okay, I think I'm doing it right. I think I just gotta loudly press the mouse so I can do this. So, this will be fun. I'm running it. This looks like a Wii game. Not gonna lie, this kind of looks like a thing you would find in like Wii Sports or something like that. So, I don't know. That might just be me. Oh shit! Okay, cool. Hey, it's Gordy. Where's Gordy? I want to see Gordy. Gordy. That's me. Oh, Ross and Susie. I immediately forgot who I was. I wonder if we get to run by Susie and Ross. Like if we see the avatars for them. I wonder. Hey, it's What's his face? Beard guy. I forget his name. I consistently forget his face. I will beat you. I will run faster than you or something. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Cool. But anyway. Anyway, I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, I thought about doing something different for a while. I mean, I know I'm doing the Undertale thing. And that's fun too, but like I always want to try and do something different, and it's harder right now because of my scheduling. I can only record so many games per week, and like right now I'm only just doing like 3 games a week, and 2 to 3 games, maybe more, maybe less. It ultimately depends on like what my schedule is, but like how I'm feeling for like recording games. And I'm also going to be working on a big project for another company in a little bit. By the way, I am part of another company. I don't know whether or not that I'm allowed to announce it yet, but I'll double check with my friends. Otherwise, I'll just do a completely different voiceover thing for this, and it'll just be just like, or complete silence, or just like me doing a bunch of random noises, record myself doing a bunch of random voices. And I did it! Yay! I finished! Yeah! Personal best! Woo! But like, I want to do other projects, and I got a big project I want to be working on that I'm working up to. That's part of a company thing, and I got other stuff I want to do. Like, I haven't really done any voice work in a while, and I keep saying I'm gonna do it, but I just don't do it. And it's a lot of it is just motivation, and like I work 4 of the 5 days of the week, and a lot of my weekends I just don't have the energy to like work on all this stuff. I just try to relax as best as I can. So, and what doesn't help is I live with my parents, and it's just like I live with my parents and I work all the time. And I'm traveling a lot of the times. So it's hard to just schedule these things out and just try to get enough content out of there. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Sorry if this is like getting a little bit personal or a little heavy or like stuff like that. Way to go! Sorry, I didn't mean to click that there. But yeah, it's hard just trying to do everything the best you can and just work with everything. But, you know, there's a middle ground somewhere, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm at a middle ground, working some limited amount of time and then traveling back and forth, doing other things, and trying to do this at the same time, so that's where I'm at. Anyway, enough about me. Let's focus on going somewhere else. Hello, Amanda's dad. It's me, your friend Craig, who loves sports. I have a nice, smart, and children who are good at computers. I speak word good. Oh man, great to hear from you, buddy. What's up? I'm still strong. I am strong. Don't I know it? Say, I've been reading up about whey protein. You use that at all? I figured it'd help me develop a bit more muscle. Yes, I know what that is. My children are having a tea party and they wanted to invite Amanda, but we can't find her on here. You're also invited. Physical invitation to follow. Cool, I'd love to come. I'll let Amanda know. Thank you, Amanda's dad. Attend that party. This is one of the ones that I recorded already, and I have already seen my girlfriend play this part too, so I know exactly what will happen, but we'll have fun regardless. Coffee time! You know dads love coffee. Gonna brew myself something black as midnight on the moon this night. I put on a fresh pot and work on a few word jumbles while I wait for it to brew. Hey, this one spells sorrow. Dad, ready for today? I'm ready for every day, sweetie. Gonna tackle it head on. No, are you ready for that thing we're going to do today? That thing that you promised you'd do? Honey, I already told you that I'm not gonna throw away my Tom Clancy novels. They're just stacked in the living room. I keep bumping into them and knocking them over. You don't even read them. Wait, no, that's not what I meant. What I'm here about. The tea party, Dad. Nope, don't seem to remember that. Craig's kids, that hand-drawn invitation. Amanda walks over to the refrigerator and comes back with a hand-drawn invitation on a sheet of computer paper, inviting Amanda and Amanda's dad to a tea party. They spelled quarterly wrong. Just put on some going outside pants and let's get going. I can go outside in sweatpants, nothing's stopping me. Dad, just... I'll see you in a minute. Put on some party, going on outside pants. Fuck authority. Let's find out by rolling that die, which I gotta pull up on my phone, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Don't mind me. I'm just slowly transitioning to the website where I use my die, but keep it a secret between ourselves. And... put on some going outside pants. Because I respect authority, despite the many things I said over time that I say fuck authority. But regardless.
Hello, thanks for coming to our tea party.
I do my best bow and present my daughter, who thanks them with a curtsy.
This way, please.
Briar and Hazel lead us to a small table with tiny chairs. Some are occupied by stuffed animals, and Matt and his daughter, Carmencita, are here too. I probably should go on another date with these two. I should probably do that. But regardless, Matt raises a comically small plastic teacup at me. Hey, dude. Always keep forgetting what's his voice sometimes. How's the tea?
Hey.
Well, the imaginary tea is absolutely wonderful. I taste a hint of lemongrass.
Hello, Carmencita.
Hello, Mr. Amanda's dad. Please have a seat.
All the kids have the same voices. I sit down between Amanda and Matt. I don't think I'm going to be able to get out of this chair. Daisy.
Hi, everyone.
I turn to see Daisy and Brian enter into the backyard and take a seat next to us.
Sorry we're late. Daisy made me put on my going outside pants.
See, Amanda? Let it go. See, Amanda? Amanda gives me a knowing look and I return an obliging wink. She rolls her eyes. Is that really something your daughter had to pressure you into, Brian? I give Amanda another, even more exaggerated wink. She rolls her eyes even harder.
Thank you all for coming to Frank. Thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedules for some high tea.
Actually, it's a common misconception that high tea was appreciated by nobles. Dad, shut up!
Now, if you all put you on your designated tiaras.
There are little tiaras sitting on everyone's plates. Well, except for Brian's. His is a softball helmet.
Oh, we ran out of tiaras.
I don't think this is going to fit me, but I appreciate the thought.
Dad, you're royalty. Please act it.
Whoa.
Brian tries to balance the ill-fitting softball helmet on top of his head, but it immediately tumbles off and into the bushes.
I'll get that later.
Hey, everybody! Craig comes out with a teapot and a tray of sandwich cookies.
Dad, is the tea ready?
Yeah, it's been, steeping for a while now.
Awesome.
Would you girls like to serve your guests tea?
No, thank you. We'd much appreciate our servants' help.
Craig leans over to me. That's me. I'm the servant. Craig places teacups in front of us, all of us, and uses a single sandwich cookie onto each of our plates. He pours some tea into my cup. Awfully fluorescent for tea. I clink my teacup with Matt's and take a sip.
Hey.
Good lemonade.
It's tea.
Oh.
All right, very good tea.
I lean over to Amanda, who's happily enjoying her tea. So, got any what do we do at tea parties?
We enjoy the splendors of upper-class society, Father.
She takes a dainty bite of her sandwich cookie.
Marvelous. So, the meeting of princesses have been called to order.
Hear, hear.
But I'm a warrior princess. I hunt and stuff, and I have like a really cool sword.
Can I be space princess?
I'll allow it. And can I be rockstar princess? I'm also space princess. Can there be more than one?
God, this is like a nightmare for my voice. Just like a lot of high-pitched voices, just like all kids, all children, nothing about them that are too unique. Space is pretty big, don't you think?
I changed my mind. I want to be a space princess too.
Dad, what are you? Do I get to be a princess?
Duh.
Well, I guess that makes me History Channel princess, hacker princess, rude boy princess. I am going to be... you know what? I like hacker princess. I picked this last time. I'm going to pick it again. I surf the information superhighway on my cyber deck, hacking into the mainframes and unleashing havoc on the megacorps of the dystopian Neopetropolis. I also rollerblade everywhere. I think that's a reference to some movie or something like that.
I'll be a landscaper and general contracting princess.
Barista princess reporting for duty.
Hey, everyone, CrossFit Princess here.
Not now, servant.
If it weren't for the Princess Uprising, it would be you serving me. I'll get those kids someday. If it's the last thing
We sip tea for a little longer, and then the girls run off to fight dinosaurs as space rock star warrior princesses, I think. They grow up so fast. It was like yesterday that I was helping Amanda throw her own tea parties.
Did she make you a servant too?
You betcha.
Carmencita made me actually brew tea for hers. Pitfalls of owning a coffee shop.
Can I click now? Yeah, okay.
Pitfall, your custom blends are amazing. That hibiscus one you gave me a while back was a choice.
Oh, thanks.
It's really nice that girls are getting along.
Yeah, I'm really glad we moved into this community.
We are too. Excuse me. Amanda's been kind of a role model to them, you know.
I hadn't even realized, and I don't even know if Amanda does either, but I guess they're right. All of the girls in the neighborhood look up to her. She seems to go out of her way to play with them. I'm so proud of her.
You better not frown, Dad, crying at this tea party, Gordy.
I brought extra word jumbles if anyone wants to kill some time while the girls play.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I would love that.
That's totally awesome, dude. But I'm a servant right now, so...
The day rolls on and the girls are all tuckered out. Amanda spends the whole day playing with them and taking the pictures, promising that she'll send them the best ones later. We'll all clean up and help put away the tea sets and tables, then head out as Daisy and Carmencita fall asleep on their dad's shoulders.
Take care, guys.
Thanks for coming. Bye, Hacker Princess.
You want dinner? Nah, I filled up on cookies. Me too. I'm tired. Dude, same. Playing with a bunch of little kids who all simultaneously want your attention and approval is surprisingly exhausting. But in a good way, but also in a kind of scary way. Oh, how so? I feel like I gotta be on my best behavior for them. I don't want to let them down. Is this because you still feel bad about dropping the F-bomb in front of your cousin that one time? I corrupted her, Dad. She's secondhand smokes now. Well, those kids really look up to you. I'm glad they have you as a role model. Don't fuck it up. Shucks, Pops. I ruffle Amanda's hair. Ruffle. All right, so that took care of all this side quests. Now, I would like to get the 3rd star for Damien. I think that will complete our relationship. But I do want to go on another date with someone else. So I remember I really liked Matt's date, and that was really cool. But he did get me, not that I was getting money in the first place, demonetized. I still want to go on another date with him. However, Robert is also another date I really want to go to. So I'm going to do something for them. I'm going to randomly roll. And yes, like I said, I'll do Craig and Hugo at another time. But I just want to do something like that I'm not too familiar with. And frankly, as much as I want to like show you guys like the stuff that that will happen in these dates, I don't want to like, I done it already and I want to do something different. So but that's okay. I'll get to it when I get the chance. I'll go with those 2 dates when I get the chance. So I'm gonna roll a d6. Matt will be odd, Robert will be even, and I'll roll this 2 to 3 times, best out of 3. So best 2 out of 3, sorry. So all right, so I'm gonna roll the die now. It is a 6, so Robert gets 1, and that's another 6. So Robert, I'm gonna go on a date with Robert. Yay!
I get to do this voice again. Yay! Robert Small.
All right, the 2nd date. And yeah, I definitely want to go on a date with Damien, so, because I really like Damien. I had a lot of fun with Robert the last time we hung out, but I'm beginning to wonder if he's dodging me. I've tried messaging him a few times, and Dadbook says he hasn't even read them. Haven't even seen him come out of his house, actually. I gotta take these socks off of my feet. I decide to send him one last message, figuring that this will produce the same result. I'm putting my keyboard away and picking up my phone, and also taking off the other sock. What exquisite details that you'll never see! Ha 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 ha! Hey man, don't know where you've been, but we should grab a drink soon. I walk away from my computer because at this point, I know he's not messaging me back anytime soon. Cool. I linger in the kitchen. Well, you have to let me linger in the kitchen. That's a terrible. I'm all caught up on work. It's relatively clean. Ugh. Maybe I should do something nice for Amanda. I'll bake her favorite pie. I root through the pantry and pull out all of the ingredients. Everything, which is basically everything. This is an old family recipe that I used to make with my grandmother when I was a kid. I lost the actual recipe card a long time ago, but I think I'll be able to remember how to bake it. I start mixing the ingredients together for the crust until I get a nice dough. I throw some cherries in the saucepan to make the filling. Normally I don't like to multitask in the kitchen, but this cherry pie is a piece of cake. Pie? It's a piece of pie. I'm making a pie. Man, I can never remember what temperature you're supposed to set the oven at. I'm pretty sure it's 375, but I could be wrong. Who am I kidding? I'm never wrong when it comes to this pie. My special twist on my grandma's recipe include a secret ingredient that's not even Amanda knows about. And not even I know about it. It makes the cherries extra flavorful. God, why can't I remember what the secret ingredient is? Shit. Maybe it's salt? More cherries. Almond extract. I kind of want to make it almond extract. But, I don't know. Almond extract might... Well, you know what? Give it a nutty flavor. Oh, it's almond extract. Duh. Oops, I accidentally poured a little too much in. Way too much in. I'm sure it's fine. Baking is an art, and some of the most beautiful art is made from mistakes. Hopefully, my daughter isn't allergic to almonds, and I don't accidentally kill her. I finally get the pie in the oven. How long am I supposed to leave it in there? 50 minutes? I'll just wing it. Amanda's going to be so excited. That kid loves a good pie. I have a seat at the kitchen table and do a word jumble until Amanda comes home. I can hear the door slam open. Yo, Pops, what smells like pie in here? It's pie, sweetie. Amanda darts over to the oven and looks inside. Yes! Hey, it's not done. Be patient. What's your angle here? What? Pies are an objective-based confection. What are you trying to get out of me? I've been leading a double life. Nothing. I kind of like nothing. Not gonna lie. Vanya caught me. I've been leading into a double life. Amanda and I have some terrible news for you. I'm actually a pro skateboarder and aspiring astronaut and bank robber. The lifestyle is calling me back, and I must go. One last job. You know how it is. This pie was the only way I knew how to tell you. Well, I appreciated the years we spent together, but a trade-up is a trade-up. Remember me when you're kicking your feet up in Ibiza?
Yeah.
Thanks for all the pie. We share a cordial handshake. I wait a few more minutes before taking the pie out of the oven. I set it on a rack to cool and guard it so Amanda doesn't dig in before it's ready. That's the words. Huh. What? Does it look kind of weird to you? Oh, that's just me taking artistic license on what cherry pie means to me emotionally. I'm just saying this because, it seems like you might have baked this pie incorrectly. And you currently, right now, try to pass it off as a good thing. It's art, sweetie. Was it art when you accidentally baked a whole uncracked egg into the center of my 12th birthday cake? Wow. Well, was it art when you tried to make brownies and accidentally create chlorine gas? Well, that's a bit of an exaggeration. Was it art when Okay, just eat the pie and Panda. I cut us a few slices and we sit down to eat. The cherry filling oozes out of the sides and the buttery crust glistens. I watch as Amanda takes a bite. Ah. Well, what's wrong? Is it not good?
Oh, no.
Amanda winces and fans her mouth. No, I just burned the heck out of the roof of my mouth. This pie is amazing. Sorry for doubting you. I breathe a sigh of relief and take a bite. She's right. The pie is pretty incredible, as it always is. I'm really proud of you for making pie without burning the new house down. Again. I got a few dad tricks up my dad's sleeve. Maybe fathers aren't as bumbling and stupid as the media makes us out to be. Maybe we as a society should have a little more respect for fathers as a whole. I wonder what time it is. That's always a good question to ask about this. Like, how much time has passed? Anyway, Dad, your sleeve is on fire. I run into the sink and put myself out. Pride will be my undoing. How did I do that? Should have said something like, I have a funny burning feeling or something like that, but that's just me. Amanda and I clean up the kitchen and play a little more living room hoops before she retreats to her room to do homework. I go back to my word jumbles. Hey, this one spells cat. The rest of the evening trickles by. We eat dinner. I help Amanda with one of her scholarship applications, and we both start getting ready for bed. I decide to check that book one last time before I climb to bed. Still nothing from Robert. Hope he's okay. I turn out the lights and lie down.
Hi, Gordy. Hey, Gordy. Hey, I'm outside. Come outside.
Ugh, what is that? I was just on the verge of falling asleep. I climb out of bed and try to identify the source of the dinging. My computer screen illuminates the dark room. I walk over to it, ready to turn it off when I notice what's happening on screen.
Don't make me honk. I will honk. Get out of here.
Okay. And I look out my window, and sure enough, there's Robert leaning up against his pickup truck in my driveway. Why? I open my door to try and figure out what's going on.
Hi.
Hey?
Wanna hang?
I was kind of sleeping.
That's no fun. Come hang out.
I would argue that sleeping is very fun, but I don't have to be anywhere in the morning. Might as well live a little. Sure.
Cool. You plan on going out like that?
I look down and realize that I am, in fact, not wearing pants.
I mean, I don't mind.
Right, 1 second. I run inside and throw on my going out pants, shoes, and a jacket. I grab my keys and meet Robert back outside.
Ready?
Ready.
Hop in.
I jump into the passenger seat of his old red pickup truck. It's red? I have to move for a few empty cigarette packets and gas station receipts out of the way before I can sit. Robert silently starts the car and we drive out of the cul-de-sac. The cul-de-sac.
You like Tom Waits?
Tom, hoist that rag, baby. I actually don't mind Tom Waits. Hoist that rag, baby. I love Tom Waits.
I love.
Before I can answer, Robert turns up the radio. Yep, that's Tom Waits, all right. He lights a cigarette and cracks the windows. We drive together in silence. So, where are we going? Robert doesn't respond. Robert?
Oh, I heard you.
He still doesn't answer my question. I look out the window and notice that Robert's taking us to the highway. I twiddle my thumbs. Well, whatever I've gotten myself into, it looks like I'm in it for the night. I settle into my seat and watch streetlights pass by. I glance over to Robert, who's driving intently. He looks tired, as he always does, but there's something a bit more there than I just can't place. I'll say nothing. I remember that's a thing that he likes. I remember what Robert said about hating small talk and decided to keep my mouth shut. He noticed me staring.
Oh, stop looking so nervous.
I'm not nervous. You must be nervous. I'm a little nervous. Just
hang on. We're almost there.
Almost where? I have no idea where we are. I think we were moving at a slight incline, but I'm not so sure. We eventually come to a stop. Robert gets out of his car and I sit for a second, unsure if he wants me to get out too.
What are you waiting for?
I hastily exit the car. Robert sits on the bed of his truck and pats the space next to him. I sit down and take in the view. We're on a hill overlooking the city skyline against the bay. The cool night air rustles some trees near us as a light blink in the distance. Sorry, I can read words. Off to the distance, I can see an entrance to a dense forest. Man, it's also gorgeous.
Well, this is where I come to masturbate.
What?
I'm kidding. What's wrong with you? This is my little spot where I come to think.
It's nice.
You can see the whole city from up here. Really gives you some perspective. I haven't been drinking.
Robert reaches behind him and pulls something out of under his jacket. It glints in the moonlight, and I suddenly realize what it is.
Oh, shit, that's a knife! Oh, shit!
Oh.
Please don't stab me!
Robert reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small piece of wood.
Please don't stab me with that either!
Robert takes the knife to the piece of wood and starts carving at it. Oh! I breathe a very audible sigh of relief as Robert looks at me sideways.
Did you think I was just gonna stab you just now?
Oh, what? No.
I hate to break it to you, but I did in fact bring you out here to harvest your organs.
Cool! I laugh.
That nervous laughter, not funny laughter.
I'm having a great time. Robert reaches into his pocket and pulls out a folding knife that he opens and hands it to me.
I'm gonna warn you, the last guy I had a knife fight with lost 3 fingers because he didn't know the 8 basic rules of knife fighting. You're familiar, correct?
I honestly can't tell when you're kidding.
I have so many levels of irony deep that I've forgotten what humor is.
He and I laugh.
Have you ever whittled before?
Considering I'm not a grandpa, no. And is that a mini game that I have to use my keyboard? Because I just kind of put that away and I have to pull it out again? Oh, jeez. Considering I'm not a grandpa, no.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I just thought that you would have a block of wood shipped to you along with your first social security check.
Gordy, I'll have you know that whittling is a time-honored tradition enjoyed by both young and old alike. That you're dismissing it before you even tried it speaks volume about your character. However, because I've gotten to know you for some time and have come to think of us as friends, I'm willing to attribute to ignorance instead of malice. What I'm trying to say is, go get that stick.
Robert motions to a good-looking stick on the ground, perfect for potential whittling. I pick it up.
The most important thing to remember while whittling is to cut with the grain, not against it. If you cut against the grain, the wood is going to splinter.
Isn't that the most important thing, safety? Safely?
No! Getting hurt sometimes comes with the territory. Look at my damn hands!
I look at his damn hands. They're calloused and covered with little white scars. They're very nice hands. I would like to hold them, but not right now.
You can't make a stick omelet without breaking a few hand eggs.
Cool. So this is the minigame portion.
Knife that wood.
Knife that wood. All right. Shit. Do I got it on? Okay, that's on. Okay. Okay. Got that. And okay. 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 All right. How do I? Okay. All right. Against the grain. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. 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 Okay.
That's a good start, huh? What did you say?
Knitting needle. Sharp stick. Knitting needle.
What, only one?
You made a useless knitting needle. Yay! Now what? All right. So, all right. Let's fold it this way. Okay. And yay!
Tell me about this one.
Popsicle stick tongue depressor. Flatworm. Flatworm.
Gross.
You made a flatworm. How nice. All right. What's my next thing? Shit.
What's the story here?
Toothpick. Something to make me look tougher. Bubble popper. Bubble popper.
Not to burst your bubble, but there aren't any bubbles around here.
You made a bubble popper. Nice. Do 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 do. Is that it? Nope. There's still more. All right. Cool. Oh. Wait.
What is this?
Ouija board planchet. Chicken nugget.
Please don't eat that.
You made Robert uncomfortable. Cool. Yay! More wood whittling. Woo, 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 woo. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll just shave the rest of this off.
Nice form. What is it supposed to be?
Self-portrait. Louisiana. Self-portrait.
Splitting image of you.
Haha, thanks. You made a masterpiece. Yay! I did it. I'm becoming a master woodcarver. Whittler. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. What do we have here?
Chopstick righty, chopstick lefty, chopstick ambidextrous. Funny thing about that, interesting fact about me. I write with my right hand, but I throw with my left hand. And I kind of bounce between two. So I'm kind of ambidextrous. I'm more, I guess in certain situations I'm more right-hand orientated, but I'm kind of both a little bit. I'd say more leaning towards righty, but I'll say I'm ambidextrous.
It's a stick. Yes.
You made a chopsticks ambidextrous. Sweet. It's only one. Where's the other pair? Oh my god, it's a big one. Better rotate it around. Yeah. All right. Time to whittle me a nice piece of artwork. Shaving it off.
If you keep this up, you'll be whittling pro in no time.
Swan. New friend.
He's beautiful. I'm happy for you.
You made a new friend. Oh, there's more to it. I guess I suck at rotating it around. Yay! Are we cutting down an actual tree? Seriously, where are we getting all this wood? All right, cool. And it's a pony.
Beautiful handiwork. What do you call it?
Big old dog, the spirit of the Mustang, Sir Horsington of the Brave.
A brave and noble name for a brave and noble creature.
You made a beautiful gift for Amanda. Yay. Yay. I'm so proud. Always help a friend in need. Robert and I sit in silence for a while, carving our pieces of wood. I think I'm getting the hang of this. It's actually kind of relaxing. I glance over to see what Robert's working on. He's carving a smaller wooden knife? Ah! While I'm distracted, the knife slices into my thumb. Blood gushes all over my little wooden carving. Robert is lost in carving and doesn't notice me bleeding everywhere. Robert still doesn't notice. Robert, I'm dying. I'm bleeding to death. Robert finally looks over. He reaches into his jacket again. Jesus, how much stuff does this guy keep in there? It's just like Damien, just like pulling whatever random stuff he has in his pockets and pulls out a red bandana. He wraps it around my thumb. How much time has passed? Just curious. How much time has passed? Yeah, that's a lot of time. A lot of time for me to keep recording. Hell yeah. He reaches into his jacket and he wraps it around my thumb.
Hold tight.
He hops off the truck and I can hear him rummaging around his car. He comes back a moment later with a well-stocked first aid kit. Robert carefully wipes all the blood off my hands and swipes a bit of antiseptic into the cut. With surprising gentleness, he places a bit of gauze on the wound and wraps it all up.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. He hands me what's left of the tube of the antiseptic.
Make sure to keep that cut clean.
It's oddly touching and a little sexy. I'm just like, one thing that weirds me out is that, like, every guy, like, on the second date, I'm just kind of hitting on all of them. So, like, it's kind of weird, but, like, whatever. It's part of the game. I don't care. I'm not fussy. I guess I'm a real whittler now.
Well, that you are. Be careful, though. They're attracted to the smell of blood.
Wait, what? What's attracted to the smell of blood?
And cryptids. Ton of them out here, you know.
Cryptids. Like Mothman and stuff?
Mothman is bullshit, but yeah, the town's a hotbed for cryptozoological occurrences.
You're joking.
Oh, I wish I were. I'm a skeptic myself. At least, I thought I was. There are things in this woods that can't possibly be comprehend.
I think about my entire time in this city. Aside from the occasional stray coyote, I don't think it's too bad.
You ever heard of the Dover Ghost?
I don't think so.
Well, let me tell you a story. I was out in the woods here on a weekend camping trip with Betsy. You don't know Betsy, but she's a big pup. Pit bull. Real intimidating. I feel safe around her. First night goes without incident. I get some solitude. Betsy gets to pee wherever she wants. All good stuff. Second day, I get the idea into my head that I can hike deeper into the woods. Probably against my better judgment. But hey, we're just having a fun camping trip, right? So me and Betsy start marching in the morning. It gets a little late, and we set up camp. But it's different this night. Real quiet. I can't hear the birds, the crickets, squirrels, nothing. Dead silent. Then it happens. I hear the most unholy growl I ever heard in my life, right outside my tent. Me and Betsy, we go to investigate. We look around the clearing. Nobody's there. But there's this feeling, not sure if I can quite describe it. I know something is watching us. Betsy, though, she's scared. Never seen her. Oh, man, but I guess I skipped that. Well, something that didn't know what a man was supposed to look like made it. It looked wrong. Big. Arms too long for its body. Black eyes. It just stood there and stared at me. Then it disappears. I hear one yelp from Betsy and I turn around to check on her. But she's gone. Into thin air. I didn't sleep at all in my tent that night. And I don't think I've ever slept right since.
That's terrible. That's terrible. Wow, Robert. Hey, I'm so sorry.
They say if you listen closely on quiet nights just like tonight, you can hear the howl of the Dover Ghost.
A howl resonates through the woods. It doesn't sound like a regular howl. It's so guttural. Even from far away, something about it makes my skin crawl. Oh, okay, Robert, real funny. I turn to look at Robert. He's white as a sheet. You're messing with me, right?
I was messing with you up until literally just now. I totally made that camping story up.
I strain my eyes to scan the forest line, trying to see where the howl originated from. Off in the distance, I see something. It's so far away I can barely make out a shape. It looks human, but it's dragging something. Do you see that?
We should go.
Really?
Robert and I slowly back away and get into the truck. He turns on his headlights and we make a slow crawl away back onto the road. I'm too scared to look back. What was that?
The Dover ghost, I guess?
I chuckle nervously. This time he doesn't seem like he's messing with me. Or maybe someone illegally dumping garbage on a wildlife preserve?
Yeah, that's the story we'll tell ourselves.
We sit in silence for a little while longer, the fear of whatever that was slowly subsiding as we get closer to the city.
Thanks for coming out. This was fun. I'm sorry I haven't been in touch. I just been away lately. I had to get out of the house. Had to be around somebody.
You doing okay, man? Robert thinks for a second and lights another cigarette.
Been doing a lot of thinking.
He takes a long drag.
As I get older, I feel more and more that I'm just drowning in this sea of regret. I was so busy chasing after these things that I thought it would make me happy that I didn't think about anyone else. All I cared about was myself. I didn't even think.
Robert stops. I wait for him to finish his thought, but he just stares at the road.
Maybe I'm just built like this. Or maybe I do it to myself. Maybe it's my own choice that I'm as unhappy as I am.
I try to think of something to say. Remember all the times in my life when I've been sad. There's a great many of them, but there was always a light at the end of the tunnel. Something I held onto that kept me going. There's something so resigned about the way Robert's talking. I'm glad you told me. Yeah, I'm glad. It must have taken a lot for you to want to tell me somebody this. You're a mysterious guy, Robert. You don't have to be.
Do you ever wish you were a better father?
I think about it for a second. All the time. You can read all the parenting books you want, but nothing will ever prepare you for raising a child. There's so much stuff I regret or wish that I could have done better, but I don't have the answers. I don't know if anyone does.
It's funny. I look at you and your relationship with your daughter, and it seems perfect.
It isn't.
At least you're there for her.
I stare out the window at the blur of passing trees. I just hope I'm a better father to my kid than my dad was to me.
What did your dad do?
It's more about what he didn't do. He was quiet, stoic. Don't think he ever once told me that he loved me. He cared more about his work than he ever did about me or my mom.
Do you hate him?
No, I used to, but after I became a parent, I just kind of felt bad for him. He missed out on my whole childhood. When I think about all the happiest moments in my life, they're all with Amanda and Alex, and he just wasn't there. Deep. It hurt like hell when I had to leave him to die in that. It hurt like hell when I had to leave him to die in that Belarusian prison.
What?
I turn and smile at him. No, he's retired in Florida with my mom. We go there every Christmas. We both break out into laughter. He pats me on the shoulder. We drive the rest of the way in silence, listening to the radio and watching the bright lights of the city grow bigger. That's nice. Robert drops me off at my place. As I'm about to close the passenger door, I realize that I still have Robert's pocket knife in my jacket. I pulled it out and offered it back to him.
You hold on to that. Never know when you might need it.
Night, Robert. Have a safe drive home. Robert smirks, then pulls away. He then immediately pulls onto his driveway, which is one over from mine. He gets out and waves. I tiptoe into the house, careful not to wake Amanda up. Whoa, where'd you come from? I look around and spot Amanda coming out of the kitchen with a glass of water. We're still wearing the same clothes. I thought you were sleeping. Robert woke me up to go cryptid hunting.
Yeah.
You know the Mothman is bullshit, right? Amanda? You know what, it's fine. I think about the conversation I had with Robert in the car as Amanda starts walking towards her room. Hey, Amanda? She stops. I love you. It's weird when you say it outright and sincerely like that, but I love you too. Night. I chuckle to myself, then finally decide to go to bed. Do. Bip. How did that date go?
Take a bleed.
Yeah. How did the date go? Oh, not as high. It's an A. Nice. I had no idea what he said. I wasn't paying attention. Knife, Dad. Knife to no you. It's a beautiful night and the air smells so fresh, so I decide to take a long way home. I casually stroll through the neighborhood, taking in the sights and sounds of suburban city with low crime rate and wide walkable sidewalks at night. Yay. As I approach the bar, I hear patrons inside cheering. Oh, I bet the game is on. I wonder if my team is playing tonight. A drop of water hits my head, and now it's lots of drops of water. It's pouring rain. Maybe I should wait this out inside. I order a beer from the bar and settle in. It turns out that my team isn't playing tonight, but I can certainly enjoy the game regardless. The bar is unusually crowded, and the feeling of camaraderie over our shared love for the game makes me smile. Sports are nice. Wonder which game it is. I look over into the corner spot, none other than Mary, sitting alone in the corner, nursing a socktail. Something about her seems different this time. Now that she's by herself and not hanging off some poor younger guy, she looks sad. She looks up and half-heartedly raises a glass to me before staring off into middle distance. I'll say hi. I decide to go and say hello. I walk over to her booth. She doesn't look up. The seat taken? She still doesn't look up. I take a seat anyway, and she finally notices me. Hey, cowboy. You alright? Never better. She hiccups. I guess she's a little far too gone. Tears will start welling up in her eyes. Well, this is the part of the conversation I did not expect. Will you walk a gal home? Yeah, sure, I'll walk her home. I slide out of the booth. Seems like Mary's having trouble getting up. I reach out and a hand to help her, but she waves me away. Hey. I got it. She clearly does not got it. You know what? Hang out here for a second. I walk over to the bartender and pay Mary's tab. Hey, I don't know if you remember me, but I live in Mary's cul-de-sac, and I'm just making sure she gets home safe tonight.
I knew you.
Yeah, it's nothing weird, just...
She usually has one of the bar staff walk her home, but I trust you.
Don't know what kind of voice that is, but we're rolling with it. As usual, she doesn't, go home with... I don't really want to say it. One of the guys she meets... Nah? Isn't...
And her thing.
Cool. I head back to the booth. Mary stumbles out of the seat and directly into my arms. It's still raining a little bit. I take off my coat and hold it over Mary's head. Such gentlemen. Let's get you home. Mary and I walk in silence up the street and toward the cul-de-sac. I have no idea what to say to her for fear she might hit on me. Or not. What did the bartender mean by ain't her thing? Sorry to have you see me like this. I'm usually not... I know Justin doesn't like it when I'm just... sorry. It's alright. I'm sorry if I ever mean to you. It's... alright. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm having a really... Forget it. As we get to the cul-de-sac, I can feel Mary starting to slow down. By the time we arrive at the doorstep, she pulls away from me. Wait, can we just... hold on? What's wrong? How about another drink? Old time's sake? Come on, Mary, it's bedtime. Mary looks up at me and down, giving me a half smile. Hey. You're right. She pulls me in close for a hug, holding on to me for a little longer than feels appropriate. She mumbles something into my chest. You're a good kid. Thanks for the company. Mary gives me a pat in the back, straightens out her sweater, and walks the rest of the way to the front of her door herself. I cannot speak, apparently, but that's okay. Huh. She's super depressed.
Welcome.
She sounds depressed.
Dads.
But regardless, that was an unavoidable event. Wonder what that could mean. Ah, shit. Didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna switch back to the other keyboard. Alright, so... here's the deal. Like I said, I want to do Damien. Do we have enough time to do Damien, though? I don't know, and I kind of want to make it cool. And it's already 48 minutes. Decisions. And I'm sweating up a storm in here. It's warm in here. What a lovely day to make cookies. It was a really nice day, though, and unfortunately I spent, most of the day inside doing work. I can do another 10 minutes, but I don't want to spend... You know what? Let's do let's do Matt. Let's do Matt this time, and go out on a date with him. Let's see how that goes.
That means I get to do this voice again. Yay! Yay!
Instead of messaging the guy, why don't I just walk over and grab some coffee? I'm feeling really sluggish today anyway. Amanda! Amanda sticks her head out of the room. Father! Want to go to the coffee spoon? Oh, you get called cool once, and now you're the cool dad who hangs out at coffee shops and listens to neo jazz and stuff? Amanda, are you going to bring your laptop and leather-bound journal so you can work on your poetry anthology? Look, honey, you do what you want. Do you want me to buy you coffee or not? Let me grab my laptop and leather-bound journal. Right. Oh yeah, it's that guy. Amanda and I make the short walk over to the Coffee Spoon. The place is quiet today, just a few people hanging out and reading books in the cozy little nooks. I walk up to the counter and see a familiar, pierced face. I forget his face.
Hey, you're the dude I yelled at a bunch the other night.
Amanda casts a sideways glance at me. He tried to sell me shirts.
And who you might be, miss?
This is my daughter, Amanda, the person I am a father to and am very protective of.
An honor to meet your acquaintance. My name is Pablo. Did I mention I make witch house music?
I wouldn't call it a witch house music, but okay.
A piercing blow to my ego, though not one that will dissuade my need to impress you.
My innate dad senses tingle. I am overwhelmed with a fatherly protective energy. I must do something to protect my child! Appropriate lines from Taken. No, I'm not gonna do that. Change the subject. Defend Witch House. Let's defend Witch House. Hey, Witch House is actually a nuanced form of music that many people enjoy, and I think our dear Pablo here should be proud to be making. Or technically making, since he's only done the logo so far.
Yeah.
Also, I've never listened to Witch House before.
Gordy!
Matt comes out from washing dishes in the back room to meet Amanda and I. He and I high five, as fellow cool people do, huh?
I see you've met my newest employee.
At your service, although I'm only here until Vacantville starts their world tour.
Well, shit. When's that?
Well, we have to put our record first.
All right, Pablo, now what do we do when with customers again?
Right, yes.
Pablo clears his throat.
Hello, good folk of Maple Bay. Can I interest you in a tasty caffeinated beverage?
A smashing pumpkin spice latte, please.
A classic. And you?
American football, decaf for cutie. Father John Misto. I like that. A Father John Misto, please.
Aww.
That might be the worst pun I've ever heard.
Hey, it's pure comedy.
Yeah, puns are the highest forms of comedy. Of course you wouldn't know what he's talking about.
Oh, I was making a joke off Father John Misty has an album called Pure Comedy, and the drink is named after Father John Misty, so I was... Yeah, never mind.
Coming right up.
Pablo gets to work. He kind of sounds like... Nah, he doesn't sound like, what's his face? Shit, I'm forgetting. Robert. But it's more of a
Sonic character, hell yeah!
Or it could also be a Craig voice too, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Pablo gets to work making our drinks while Matt observes him.
He'll get the hang of it for as goofy of a dude as he is. Kid works hard.
Hey man, that concert was a lot of fun. We should hang out again.
Hell yeah! I'm actually gonna be done training Pablo in a couple of hours and was gonna go record shopping. Wanna come along?
Absolutely! Pablo brings us our drinks and Amanda buries herself in a laptop. I spend my time sipping my drink and cracking jokes with Matt. Last time we hung out, he told me that he'd had trouble hanging out with other people, but for some reason he and I can just talk and joke and like old bugs. It's weird. I feel really comfortable around him. As if I'm falling for him in some way like all the other people I've met. Once Matt feels comfortable leaving Pablo on his own, I say goodbye to Amanda and we start walking to the record store.
Have you ever been here before?
No, I mean, we have a record playing sitting in our... Excuse me, but all I have are 2 copies of Frampton Comes Alive.
Oh, this should be fun then. We're gonna find you some good stuff.
Alright, sweet. I remember a time when I went record stopping, but then the Backstreet Boys came in with their tour. How could they? The walls of the store are packed with posters, artwork, stickers, and records. A few people mill around, flipping through the milk crates of albums. Some indie band is playing through the speakers. It's a nice vibe. Hell yeah. So, why do people still buy records? Isn't it kind of outdated at this point?
There are a lot of people who will try to tell you that vinyls sound warmer or more true to the artist's intent, but I think it's just nice to collect records. Yeah, sounds great. It's cool that in this day and age where you have just about every song ever created available instantaneously in our phones, but there's something about holding an album and getting to see the artwork in your hands that I always love. That's why I try to get as many of the records that I love in physical form as possible.
Remember when we were kids and would have to wait around by the radio with a cassette tape so that we would record our favorite songs?
It made each other listen really special, and mixtapes were even cooler because of how much work they took.
Now you just make a playlist. I think the last time someone gave me a real mixtape was in high school. You know, I loved making mixtapes on CDs, just burn CDs. There was actually a CD where like it looks like a vinyl, but it's actually CD, and I got to do that again sometime. I look around the multi-level record store and spot some genres: future wave, jungle. Man, I wish these stores had these variety of genres. Well, either way, I have no idea where to even start. Man, this is a little overwhelming.
Here, let me help you find something you might like. If you were a milkshake, what flavor would you be?
Cookies and cream, vanilla, strawberry, purple. I like cookies and cream. Cookies and cream is nice.
If you could only buy one type of candle scent for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Daffodil, Spring Creek Fireball, Power Violence, Cherry Blossom, Camouflage. I don't really know either of these, so I'll go with Daffodil.
What's your favorite ambient sound?
Rain, Bowling Alley, Star Trek Bridge Ambience, Howls of the Bone Chorus. I like rain.
What's your dream vacation spot?
My backyard, inside an active volcano, living off the fat of the land in Ibiza, starting a new life in the Baltics. My backyard. We have a really nice backyard.
What's your deepest, darkest fear?
I worry that people are too nice to me only because they want something from me. I feel that I don't deserve happiness and will never get it. What if nobody exists but me and I fabricated this universe, saying you too when the waiter tells you to enjoy your food? Same. Although I sometimes like to say it just jokingly. I feel that I don't deserve happiness and whatever. I think it's a toss-up between the first two, honestly. I think it's this one. Yeah, I think it's this one. Matt thinks for a moment.
Oh, I know just the thing.
Matt runs over to the other end of the store and returns holding a record behind his back. He shows it to me.
And this is R.A.P. Music by Killer Mike.
Oh, nice.
Sounded like you wanted some mean stuff. This album was actually produced by LP, so you could technically consider it the predecessor to all of the Run the Jewels stuff they've been doing.
Whoa, dude, thanks for the recommendation.
You're gonna have a great time with it. Promise.
Matt and I bring our records to the cash register. A young girl with a septum ring and a buzz cut stands behind the counter. That seems stereotypical, but well, whatever. Well, with one earbud in.
Usual stuff today, Matt?
Just some light pickups.
Matt places 3 albums on the counter. Swear I'm Good at This by Diet Sig, Forever by Mystery Skulls. Oh yeah, that's a good one. And Greatest Hits by Remo Drive.
Tight. Tight. Tight.
The cashier rings Matt up and hands back his albums in a bag. She stares at me suspiciously.
Who's the nerd?
That
nerd is my buddy Gordy. Gordy, this beacon of human charm is Molly.
I got kicked out of art school for destroying my paintings at the end of every critique.
Lovely to meet you.
Anyway, Matt, is the open mic still on?
You know it. Are the Third Waves gonna do a special acoustic performance?
I might see if I can get a few of the girls together.
There's an open mic going on?
Yeah, we do it every month at the Coffee Spoon. Some amazing talent always comes through. Got a flyer for it right here. You and Amanda should come by that night.
Matt blushes.
I mean, if you're not doing anything.
Will Vacant Veil be playing?
If only.
I finished paying for my record and we heard out of the store. Yay. Man, what a trip down memory lane. I haven't been in a record shop like that since Man's had shag carpeting.
Now that you mention it, isn't it strange to think of all those weird little musical memories?
How do you mean?
Well, I think music is a very time and place sort of thing. A song is important to me not only in that I think it sounds good, but where I was and what I was doing when I listened to it. There's music that reminds me of exes, of struggling through school, of being so poor that I didn't know where my next meal was coming from. All that stuff. And listening to those songs remind me of those moments of my life.
Yeah, now that I think about it, even the pop concert Amanda made me take her to is special to me. I mean, I'm not really a fan of the band, but hearing their songs on the radio reminds me of how young and excited Amanda was. And then that even reminds me of a younger me, going to see my favorite bands and concerts with all of my friends. We would always go to my friend Cynthia Chapman's house beforehand and smoke pot in her basement like we were so slick. Her parents definitely knew what we were doing. Wait, when was the last time you smoked pot? Matt stops and thinks for a moment.
Yeah, it's been decades.
Dude, me too. Where do you even get pot now? Is that even what the kids call it these days? Like the smoky tobacco?
I don't know, but I bet I could find out. You want to get high and listen to our new records?
Didn't I say that I was clean as a whistle or something like that? I don't know. Let me roll for it. Time to roll out. I rolled a 5, so yeah, why not? Matt pulls out his phone and starts texting. After a few minutes, he looks up and smiles at me.
Yeah, Molly's got a hookup. Says to meet in an alley near the coffee shop.
Oh shit! And now it's nighttime. Okay, if it turns out it's the feds, you make a break for her and I'll take the heat. Just promise me that you'll raise Amanda like she was your own.
You realize that weed has been legalized in the state, right?
What state is this? Ah! I knew that, but we live in dangerous times. Who knows what lurks in this seedy underbelly of Maple Bay? We could find ourselves on the wrong end of a deal gone bad. Just look out for Amanda.
I swear. Oh, here's our guy.
Coming around the corner of one of those nasty grease dumpsters shrouded in darkness is a lean figure dressed in all black. Excuse me, Mr. Drug Man. Surprised, the person almost jumps out of their skin. It's Lucian, Damien's son.
Who sent you?
We're cool, man. We're cool.
Says who? For all I know, you could be with the feds.
Well, actually, weed is legal.
Prove you're cool.
What?
I need to know that you're down, or I bolt.
Show him that you're not wearing a wire. Impress him with your extensive knowledge of current drug lingo. I feel like I'm gonna mess that up. Site manual, mutually assured destruction. I'm not wearing a wire. I've seen this in cop films before. I lift up my shirt to prove I'm not wearing a wire.
Oh, Jesus, put that away, please. Look, it's fine. I get it. Buzzcut Molly said you were coming.
Right. Now that the formalities are all out of the way, let's make a dope deal.
All right. Stop with the music. How much do you want?
1.
One what?
Yeah.
He means weed, Lucian.
Yeah, but how much?
1?
Oh my God! Look here. Take this and give me $10. Just don't tell my dad. Let's all forget this ever happened.
I won't tell your dad if you don't.
Lucian hands me a baggie of something and disappears down the alleyway. I open it and take a deep whiff. Smells like genuine drugs. Yes, sirree.
Oh, that went smoothly.
Yeah, we should get off of public property before we smoke this.
Great idea. Let's head back to my place, yeah?
Cool. Matt and I walk to our cul-de-sac and stop at a gas station on our way to buy some rolling paper and soda. I feel like I'm 16 again. I feel like I'm gonna get the munchies. Holy shit, this is a decked out place. Carmencita's having a sleepover tonight, so that gives us all the time we need to do drugs. And I'm actually gonna run out of time because it's well above the hour mark. And I don't want to go too long. So I'm actually going to stop this here in the middle of the date. Because, yeah, what a perfect way to end the episode by cutting it off short in the middle of the date. Good timing, Billy. You played it off so well. Should have just kind of stopped it, honestly. But no, this is fine. This is all fine. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did enjoy this episode, hit the like button. If you want to see more content, hit the subscribe button. I played a whole bunch of other games, including this one. And there's a whole playlist of all the games I played. And I have a Twitter page. It's at a raw battleship. Yes, quite literally a raw battleship. And there's also a Facebook page. All this stuff you can find in the description below. And man, I wish I had an apartment like this. But regardless, I hope you find the daddy of your dreams. Goodbye. Yeah.